nearlydanish.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Okay, so we're doing an actual test today. Let's see how you guys do on an actual test. So you have to pass this test. You know, for the people that, matter of fact, I'll put this out there. For the people that have been coming and practicing since we started, I expect you to pass this test. And I also expect more people to pass this test than you did the last one, because I made the last one a lot more difficult. All right, enough about that. On Saturday, the 11th of November, there's going to be a free guided tour to Folketing. I have created an event on Facebook with the details. So you have to book a ticket. There's only 14 spots for that tour. That's the maximum that the Folketing allows for a group. Actually, there's 13 spots because that's 14 including me, right? And I think 2 people or 3 people have already booked. So I think there's 10 tickets left. So please, the event is on Facebook. You will find a link to Eventbrite. It is free, so just book a ticket. And that's just, you know, so I can keep track of what's going on and who's coming. And please, if you do book a ticket, show up. If you're not going to show up, you know, don't hold up that spot for someone else. All right, we're going to start. Next one. You know the answer to this. This is a frequently asked question. All right, only 7 people got this wrong, as expected. This is a frequently asked question. So for the 7 people that got this wrong, please, you need to know the answer to this, okay?
Great job.
That's for the 70 of you that got it right. Next one. You've seen this as well before. Also frequently asked question. And by frequently asked question, I mean a question that has shown up at least twice on all the previous tests. Okay, so I can see this is a weak spot for 14 of you.
Now you know what you don't know.
Yeah, so minority governments. So minority governments do exist. And those are governments that are made up of parties that don't have a majority in parliament. All right, next one. Suad, I'm actually quite surprised that you got that wrong. Anyways, moving on. Luxus is up 21 places.
Excellent.
Next one. You've seen this a whole bunch of times. So the first 3 questions have been FAQs. All right, so this is even better. 6 people got this wrong. 3 out of 3/4, so about 75%. Between 70 and 75% of members of Dance Folketing. Okay, I'm guessing it's due to competition that there is a reshuffle of the top 5. 56 players have reached an answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
Next one. Seeing this as well. Also FAQ. All right, even better, 75 people got this right. For the 6 people, please, you need to plug this gap. This is an FAQ, so you must know the answer to this question.
Now you know what you don't know.
This is an actual test, so please pass. Okay. Tom is the highest climber, up 7 places. Is he on fire? Okay, he's just the highest climber.
Great job.
Next one. This was a brand new question from chapter 5. It had never shown up before. So this just illustrates what I've been saying. Okay. A lot of the new questions do come from that chapter. And this is the reason why we practice that chapter. And it's also the reason why you should practice the chapter on your own, on your profile. Okay. And as you can see, this is definitely a weak spot. So 36 people got this wrong. This shouldn't happen on the day of the test. Okay? All right, next one. This is definitely a combo breaker. So 18 people lost their answer streak of 4. Sorry, guys. Next one. This was also a brand new question from chapter 1. Actually, is it brand new? I don't think so. Maybe show up for one more test. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, okay. It's looking like a brand new question. So even more people got this wrong. So this is 43 people got this wrong. Wait, this was November 2021, I think. This was one of the more difficult tests. So I'm not surprised at these numbers. But to avoid something like this happening, just put in the work, man. You know I sound like a broken record, but please, only 28 days until you stop hearing me talk. Hopefully. And I don't want any of you coming back here again for the next season. All right. 3 players have reached an answer streak of 4.
Great job.
Next one. Of course, you know this. I'm expecting everyone to get this right. Read the question slowly, read the answer slowly. All right, all 75 people got this wrong. Sorry, got it right. Round of applause to you. For the 5 people that got this wrong, this is a frequently asked question. So it is a question that you must know the answer to. I am working on putting the frequently asked questions on your profiles so you can practice with those as well. On to the next one. Right, so at the moment we've got DA, Xmas, Lilia, Steph, and Krish in the top 5. Marv's is up 6 places.
Excellent.
Next one. Such a weird question. But yeah, let's see. So also from chapter 1. All right, so slightly more people got this wrong than the previous question. Yeah, this is also a brand new question from chapter 1. So this is a question that had not shown up before in the previous tests. So far, we've counted 3 brand new questions. Like I said, this was one of the harder exams. Okay, so Suad is the highest climber, up 11 places. Next one. You've seen this before, FAQ. So the test is a mixture. It's always a mixture of frequently asked questions and new questions. And when they want to make the test more difficult, more new questions are included. All right, 12 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
You must know the answer to this. It's a frequently asked question, okay? So for the frequently asked questions, there's about 184 or 85 of them. And you must know the answers to those questions. If there's any questions you must know the answers to, it's those ones. You have to get those ones down pat. And then you practice with the potential new questions to cover the rest of the test. All right, next one. Fazakas just hit an answer streak of 3. She's on fire.
She's on fire.
Next one. You've seen this before, FAQ as well. Yeah, so Denmark joined the EU in 1973 after a referendum in 1972. This is an FAQ. 3 of you got this wrong. Plug that knowledge gap. It will show up on your profile. Suad is back in the game 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
You've seen this as well. All right, majority of you got this right. So also FAQ. We've only counted 3 new questions. All right, Steph back at the top where he belongs. DA, Lilia, Xmas, and Krish. Daniela is the highest climber, up 5 places.
Great job.
All right, next one. You've seen this as well. FAQ. All right, round of applause. For the 4 people, I hope those are mistakes. If not, then I can tell you've not been practicing. The way to pass this test is to practice, man. Anyways, I don't know what else to say. Dula is back in the game 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. Slightly new question. Yeah, 2007, when there was a structural reform, the counties were changed to regions, and the number of communes was dropped to 98, amongst other things. All right, static top 5. Ferris is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job.
Next one. FAQ as well. Okay, so 1807, the British bombarded Copenhagen, and this was during the Napoleon Wars. All right, 20 people got this wrong. This is one of the most frequently asked questions. So this is one of the questions that has the highest probability of showing up on the next test. This is a combo breaker. I'm actually quite surprised. Sorry, guys. Next one. You've seen this a whole bunch of times. Oh, wow, almost perfect. Round of applause. DA has the highest answer streak of 15. That's a perfect score.
Perfect score.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. You've seen this as well. So far, 4 new questions. We are 16 questions in, and there's been 4 new questions. So 4 new questions, so that's 12 FAQs and 4 new. So if you have been practicing with just the previous test, you would get at least 12 correct. 5 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
This is an FAQ. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Gosh is up 3 places. FAQ as well. All right, round of applause. Static top 5, Abdullah making a comeback. Okay, also FAQ. Wow, I'm surprised. Okay, so I'm not going to explain this. I've done a whole bunch of explanation. I don't want to take up you guys' time. Let's get through this. 24 people got this wrong. Denmark reunited with Sunnahøland in 1920 after the end of World War I. Next one. Okay, yes, this is a new question. So far 5 new questions. But you guys did well on this. Only 18 people got this wrong.
Static top 5.
9 players have reached an answer streak of 13. Nice.
Excellent.
Next one. Wow, I'm actually surprised. This is a frequently asked question. 21 people got this wrong. Not sure. Anyways, a third of the workers work in the public sector. So administration. Olga is back in the game 3 in a row and she's on fire.
She's on fire! Great job!
Next one. We are almost at the halfway point now. This also brand new question from chapter 5. So 6 new questions so far. right, so this is definitely a weak spot. You guys need to practice, man. Chapter 5, that's where they set the traps. Make sure you have chapter 5 under your belt before the day of the test. We have 28 days to go. So 31 people got this wrong. Okay, DA back at the top. 3 players reached an answer streak of 13.
Great job.
Next one. Also, brand new question. So that's 8, I think, if my counting is not off. 7 or 8. A lot of people failed this test. A lot of people actually failed this test. So if you pass this, then you're onto something. 17 people got this wrong. 1800s, 1840s to be exact. Benjer is back in the game 3 in a row, and
Oh my! He's on fire!
of course you've seen this before. All right, round of applause. It looks like competition is between DA and Steph. DA is leading by 9 points. Next one. Also a new question. So 8 new questions now. Okay, why am I counting? Some of you might be asking. The reason I'm counting is to show you, right, that if a whole bunch of people actually went into this test only practicing the previous tests, and the fail rate for this test was, I think, more than 50%. So don't make that mistake. Please, don't make that mistake. Next one. Static top 5. I think we are way past the halfway point now. Bench strip. So which of the following parties got the most votes in 2019? It's not current affairs. Tough round. 3 players lost the answer streak of 3. On to the next one. You've seen this a whole bunch of times. Please, everyone get this right so I can give you an explosion. Oh man, only 3 people got this wrong. Well, for the rest of you, round of applause. Okay, Nemo has the highest answer streak of 26. That's 100%.
Wow!
Perfect score.
Perfect score.
Nemo is on fire. Round of applause to you, man. Yes, so the Socialist People's Party was a spin-off from the Communist People's Party in the 1950s. Okay, let's see. 16 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. That is a semi-frequently asked question. It's appeared in more than 2 tests. Harry is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Yeah, we know this. Hopefully. I'm still waiting for that one question where everyone gets it right. So far, no explosions in this session. And I'm actually expecting more people to get this right. 16 people got this wrong. The Constitution was changed to allow females to inherit the throne in 1953. A lot of things happened in 1953. What was the other thing that happened? I think, anyways, can't remember. I don't want to give wrong information. Next one. FAQ. Wait, was it for what? Yeah, this is an FAQ. All right, round of applause, almost an explosion. Oh, man. Oh, man, I was just gearing up to give DA an explosion and Steph overtook him. Oh, man. Anyways, DA has the highest answer streak of 29.
Perfect score.
And DA is on fire. I wish this was an
Oh
explosion.
my! He's on fire!
Okay, 29 questions. Let's move on. Was this an FAQ? Remember, you know? Okay, it was the First World War, around the First World War. 17 people got that wrong. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Mans is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
We are on question number 31 now. We're almost at the end of the history section. All right, 50,000 people. 8 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
Still a static top 5. MHS is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Great job!
You've seen this before. So after this, we'll check who passed and who failed. Need 80% to pass. 11 people got this wrong. It's Torvalds Downing. This is an FAQ. You need to know the answer to this. He was elected in 1924, Social Democrat. Next one. Coincidentally, that was also the year that the first female minister was appointed. Okay. 5 players have reached an answer streak of 10.
Excellent.
Next one. FAQ. All right, 10 people got this wrong, not bad.
Excellent.
Next one. This top 5 is not budging.
Static top 5.
Andre is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Got 2 more questions and then we're in current affairs. Brand new question from chapter 5. So far there's been 3 new questions out of like 10, if my math is not off. Yes, so this just illustrates what I've been saying. You have to have chapter 5 under your belt. Okay, 23 people got this wrong. DA took over again. 3 players reached an answer streak of 14. Okay, so 1 more question and we're done with history. Frequently asked question as well. Yes, you can be a minister even if you're not a member of parliament. You can be appointed as a minister even if you're not a member of parliament. And if you're not a member of parliament, it just means that you can't vote on law proposals. 10 people got this wrong. Now you know.
Now you know what you don't know.
Okay. So we're done with the history part. We're moving into current affairs. This is from 2021. I don't expect you to know the answers to these, but pay attention to the themes, okay? It's a static top 5. DA, Steph, Lilia, Krish, and SJPD. All of these names are in the Gold League. So these are people that have been practicing, and it shows. All right. Current affairs. This was the year of the Olympics. All right, almost all of you got this right. Theme is a Danish sports team or sports individual or scientist, basically some Danish person that's doing well on the world stage. So Danish excellence on the world stage. This year, what's his name? Jonas Vingegaard won the Tour de France for the 2nd time in a row. So that has a very high probability of showing up on the next test. However, it showed up on the previous one, so I don't know if they want to repeat that. Let's see. Steph is back at number 1. All right, so this is state affairs. The gang or the vereniging called Loyal to Familia, which is basically a gang, was abolished by the Supreme Court in 2021. Something relevant with a similar theme to this is there was a shooting in Christiania about 3 months ago or something, a couple months ago, and there is some kind of gang war going on. And Pusher Street was locked down, and I think something else happened. I can't remember the details exactly, but this, I mean, I'm sure you guys are aware of this. That is a potential question, because I think, was it the last test? There also was a question about the shooting that happened in Fields. So on to the next one. Dan is back in the game 3 in a row. So the theme of this is the government. So that's the prime minister and her ministers. There is a whole quiz dedicated to this on your profile. Have a look. You must know the answers. Well, basically, you need to know the prime minister and all the ministers and what ministry they're in charge of and la-di-da-di-da. Something that could be relevant is the, what's his name? Jakob Ellemann-Jensen, who was the former head of Venstre, just left politics, left Danish politics. And he was the vice prime minister and also the defense minister, but switched to the economy minister before he quit completely. That is relevant. Okay, moving on to the next one. Damn, what happened? Who fell out? Deepak is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
All right, so we have Steph, D8, Push, SJPD, and Sonia. These are all Gold League players. On to the next one. Okay, so during an election year, there are usually questions about that election. However, there was no elections this year. There was one last year, and there were questions about that in the previous test. I don't think there's going to be any election questions this year. All right. I think no. This we have one more current affairs, and then we are done with current affairs. Tom is the highest climber, up 4 places.
Great job!
Last current affairs. Yes. All right, so the theme of this is protests. So if there's been any protests recently, which there have been, that could show up in the test. You guys did well in this. Moving on to Danish values. It looks like the competition is between Steph and DA, and coincidentally, they have exactly the same number of points. So I'm not sure why Steph is on top. Anyways, 5 players just hit an answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
Danish values. They are very straightforward questions, only yes or no. You need to score at least 4 out of the 5 of them correct to pass the test. Okay, so the theme, okay, I did a whole session on Danish values. I think it was, I can't remember, was it the last season or the season before, where I kind of went through all the Danish values questions that had been asked, and I began to see some kind of pattern. I talked about that. It's in a video on YouTube. So just check the YouTube channel, and it is a Danish values session for that explanation. That particular the question we just saw right now, the theme is gender equality. There have been, I think, 2 or 3 questions about gender equality. 10 players just hit an answer streak of 41. Wow.
Wow!
That's 100%.
Perfect score.
Okay, next one. So the theme of this is, what was the theme of this? I think freedom or something. Yeah. Can't remember exactly what label I gave it, but please watch that video to get what I'm talking about. Okay, so 6 people got this wrong. Next one. Static top 5. This was a combo breaker. 5 players lost their answer streak of 3. All right, this is also freedom. Next one. Okay. TR has 43 correct answers in a row. Wow.
Perfect score.
Wow!
Round of applause, man. This question messed up a lot of people because they didn't know what this word meant. So in the test, anyways, when you're done, I'll talk about this. Okay, so in the test, okay, read the question slowly, make sure you understand what the question is asking, and then go ahead and answer. And do this for every single one of those questions. There's 45 minutes for the test and 45 questions, so that's 1 minute per question. Okay, take your time. It's not a Kahoot. Take your time. I'm speaking from experience because I messed up in my own test. I passed the test, but I knew the answer to that question, to the question I failed. But I failed it because I read it too quickly. I was too anxious to get out of that place. So please read your question slowly, read the answer slowly, and then go ahead and answer. All right, we've got one more question and we're done for tonight. At the moment we have Steph, DA, SJPD, Krish, and Sonia. Top 5, Steph, DA, and SJPD on the podium. The Halo person is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job.
Last question. This is also gender equality. Hopefully this can be an explosion. Let's see. Oh man. Okay. All right, that's it. Let's have a look at the podium. Krish came through at the last minute. DA and Steph, of course. Okay, SJPD and Sonia, 4-5. Okay, let's.
NearlyDanish.com